Hey everybody, welcome back to Starfyre Gaming. I am Sir Joseph, and this is episode 87 of our Let's Play Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We are about to talk to Lann about his mother, and then we are going to go talk to the storyteller, Hilar, Nura, Irabeth, and Avina about about their dreams for Aruelashea. So, with that, let's talk to Lann. What brings you here? Let's got some other things we can talk to him about. Now you're not the only mongrel on the surface. Got any plans for the future? Plans? You have too high an opinion of me. To be honest, I've never had less of a plan than I do right now. I thought everything would be simple. We'd go to the surface, become Crusaders, and somehow figure things out later. But later is now. Sol tells me not to rush things, but he always says that. If I listened to him, I'd have moss growing out of my ears before a single thing changes. One thing's for sure, as long as you're our leader, there is hope. Things are always happening around you, and it made me realize that I need to stick with you. If I do, one day I'll find myself scaling a citadel of evil, a bow blessed by all the gods clamped between my teeth, about to plant an arrow in the chest of some ancient evil demon. I'd rather do all that without the windwog breathing down my neck, but that's your decision. I won't argue with it. I'll just make sure that when she does stab you in the back, she doesn't have time to sink the blade in too deep. Your people have come to the surface. Does this mean you are no longer Neathers? Ah, that's a good question. We're not fully Uplanders yet. I think we are now Uplander Neathers. Although, if you think about it, we used to be Neather Uplanders. After all, our ancestors came to the caves from the surface. And now, I've given myself a headache. Maybe I'll leave the task of renaming our people for a better time. All right. Your mom came to see you, Lann. Why don't you want to talk to her? Ah, she got to you too. He clears his throat. It's not that I don't want to see her. I'm just busy. Lann waves his hand vaguely. With, this and that. Crusader matters. Sometimes I feel like a mother of a large brood. And besides, she didn't come here just for me. She's here on business. I don't want to distract her. By the way, have you even seen her card? I got one from a merchant. Lann produces a business card from his pocket. Rhea Neath, Fira Dazzle & Co., Trading House, Nerosian, embossed in gold and everything. People with gold lettering on their business cards probably don't have time for idle chat. I'll bet you need to book an appointment a week in advance. Even if I do, what would we talk about? You think I'm angry at her? I'm not. I never was. She and my dad had it rough. They didn't make it, and that's nobody's fault. But so much time has passed, she and I are just strangers now. If you happen to see her, tell her I've got a lot on my plate right now. Maybe some other time. I know she lives in Nerosian now. Maybe I'll send her a present on her birthday. Thank you for your answer. So long. All right. I guess that was that. Anything else here on dreams? That's Finian. That's Nenia. All right. Whoops. All right. Storyteller, Hilar, Nura, Irabeth, and Nevia. There's a storyteller. Whoops. So Erebeth and Anivia are in our deal. Hilar and Nura. Nura's in prison. Not sure where Hilar is. There's the prison. We can go to the prison. Nura bares her teeth like a cornered rat. Come to gloat? I have a question for you, one that might seem strange. But, as the commander, I need to know your answer. What do you dream of? I hope a swarm of Vescavars takes over Dresden and eats on your bones. I need information. Ask, it's too late for me to hide anything. Alright, nothing new from her. Alright, no questions now. Have to go. Nuria scoffs at you. Alright. Now let's see. Where can I find Hilar? Hilar. I have no clue where Hilar is. Storyteller. Maybe he's in the barracks? Well, let's go talk to the storyteller. Let's come here first. Go into the barracks, see if he's in the barracks. Then we'll go to the storyteller, then we'll go to the citadel, see if he's in the citadel. Because we got to talk to some people there anyways. And then we'll head out and hit the road, Jack. There does not appear to be a Hilar sighting. Okay. So we'll go to the storyteller. Just ask him about the dreams. We don't want to chat with him about anything else right now because we already had one episode of nothing but talking. I'd like to keep this one being that as well. Though there is going to be a lot of talking in it, obviously, because we're trying to get through the dreams quest here. Greetings, Joseph Starfyre. Have you brought me a new story? I have a question for you, one that might seem strange, but as the commander, I need to know your answer. What do you have dreams of? Oh, I haven't been surprised by a strange question for a long time. Especially not when beside you. Especially not when beside you. I hear the weightless there we go. Especially not when beside you I hear the weightless tread of a succubus who has stepped on the path to redemption. No wonder she wants to know more about mortals and their dreams. Perhaps my dream will disappoint you, child, and still I will answer. I have to admit, I suffer from insomnia. Every night, as soon as I lie down, the ghosts of those who are remembered and those who are forgotten stand around my bed. The stories I have gathered swarm in my head. My mattress becomes hard like stone, and my pillow ice cold. Maybe if I had a softer bed, I would fall asleep quicker. Although I suppose it's not about the bed. Right, I have to go. I wish you interesting adventures. All right. I guess it's inside. I'm hoping this guy's in here. If not, I'll look for him later off camera. But for now, we are going to go into this room here. All right. Let's talk to Anivia. Look who it is! Hi! I have a question for you. One that might seem strange, but as the commander, I need to know your answer. What do you dream of? What else could I desire when I have my Beth? Anivia thinks for a moment, smiling, then looks over your shoulder and gives a cheeky wink. Aruelashea, quit hiding. You put the commander up to this, didn't you? Feeling shy, are we? Fine, I'll act like I never saw you. So, Commander, that's two people who noticed her. War's no place to be thinking about wants. Needs, yes, not desires. But when the war is over, you mean? Then we'll have a chance to think about something other than just surviving. To learn something other than fighting. You know, when I was really little, I would always hang around the kitchen whenever the cook was getting the fresh bread out of the oven. Big streams, loaves that smell. Reading gets hard. Big steaming loaves that smelled so good. Maybe it's stupid, but I keep thinking, when this war's over, I'm going to build a big stone oven in my house and learn how to bake bread just like that. I have to go. All right, watch yourself now. And Irabeth. Irabeth salutes you with sincere respect. Good afternoon, Commander. What can I do for you? I have a question for you, one that might seem strange, but as the commander, I need to know your answer. What do you dream of? I don't keep secrets from you, Commander. I used to think reclaiming Dresden was a hopeless dream, but now, thanks to you, even winning this war seems possible. Still, the victory is our common cause, the dream of an entire crusade force. My personal dream is most modest, putting an end to Baphomet's Templars once and for all, and preventing them from invading our ranks and poisoning the minds of our warriors with their deceit. Rearmament is another thing we'd do well to pursue. Our armor falls into disrepair at an alarming rate, and our warriors' blades are barely sharp enough to pierce the skin of the weakest demons. I understand that Mendev's coffers aren't bottomless, but if we can't order ready-made weapons, I'd be glad to get a half-ton of cold iron. Wait, are we still dreaming? A ton of adamantine, then. Or two. That would be enough for... The Paladin is busy doing the calculations. You can barely discern a whisper. The Templars, weapons, adamantine. So many wishes at once. I have to go. Mirabeth says goodbye with a short bow. Alright. So Hillar is the only one that we still need to talk to, and I'm not really sure where Hillar's at, so we'll go ahead and head out. Hit the road. Well, Hillar's in the streets, evidently. Alright, let's go looking. We'll be quick about it, though. Ah, those weren't doors.
Let us be off.
Why is he not on the map? That's the... Arms, Blacksmith, Storyteller, that's Hand of the Inheritor, Lady Konami, CR, Horace Worm, Maria Neath, I should go back and talk to her, One-Eyed Devil, Prison, House, Abandoned Building. Alright, I guess we're just going to go run to some houses here. See if we can find him. Alright. Not in this house. Come on.
Let's move.
I know I said I wasn't going to do this. But it'll be quick. Let's talk to Rhea. I'm sorry, but Lann doesn't want to see you. Rhea nods. He is stubborn. I'm not sure if he gets it from me or his father. Please, try again. But now, Rhea retrieves a package from her bag and opens it to reveal a small striped arrow painted yellow and red with blue fletching. There, it's an arrow from his very first bow. I made them so bright as they could be easily seen in the grass. I showed him how to shoot. I taught him how to train his vision, to account for the wind, to fix his string. Just take it to him as a souvenir, a keepsake. Tell him I've never forgotten him. I know Lann won't forgive me, but he should know that at least. All right, I have to go. Thank you for your time, Commander. All right, let's go into the inn. Hillar! There he is. Yay! Good thing I didn't give up. One old Kelid told this, my brother. Well, I don't know. Gained XP, even though I'm not sure why. Let's talk to Hillar. A tall, athletic man greets you. His hair is permanently gray and shorn close to his head in military style. He is lean and well groomed, and a monocle twinkles coldly in his eye. The bold set of his jaw and his large but agile frame attest that here is a man who is already ready, or who's always ready to be on the move. Greetings, I'm Hillar, venture captain of the Pathfinder Society. I am the superior officer among Pathfinders in this region of Mendev. However, the Society is running almost no operation here right now. Beside me, there are almost no Pathfinders here. Actually, I'm only stuck here because of an old feud with a demon worshipper known as the Spinner of Nightmares. I've had to work alone without the support of the Society, but I've made a lot of acquaintances among the local mercenaries and daring fighters. If you need any good fighters for an honest cause, talk to me. Do you know anything about the Pathfinder named Phinean Dismar? Hillar rubs his chin. Let me think. Dismar. I've definitely heard that name before. Of course you have. I'm a Pathfinder too. So you're the chief in these lands now. What about Lady Ari? When I left for the wound, she had just taken up the position. Hillar examines the talking weapon and chuckles sadly. I'm afraid Ari perished during the Third Crusade. Yes, now I remember. Phinean Dismar went missing in the wound at the end of the Second Crusade. His name has been on the list of the fallen for a while. Here I am, alive and well. Write in your list that I'm back, and soon I'll file a detailed report about everything that happened to me. Phinean's voice is full of joy. I knew it was a misunderstanding, but now everything will return to normal. I need to write to my folks. They probably think I'm dead too. Hillar shakes his head. Poor lad, but such is the fate of a Pathfinder. We face the unknown, but sometimes the unknown wins, and our mind cannot take it. I have a question for you, one that might seem strange, but as the commander, I need to know your answer. What do you dream of? I'd give everything away to see my lovely little girl, Alari, one more time. Tell me about your confrontations with the Night Spinner. It all began as a task for the Pathfinder Society. I arrived in Erosian with my team to investigate the sudden death of a famous crusader, Baron Falron. We soon focused on a small hospital for the wealthy, where Falron was being treated shortly before his death. It turned out that a gang of Baphomet's cultists, calling themselves the Labyrinth of the Mind, had gotten a foothold on the hospital. They were obsessed with twisting the minds of their victims and targeted fragile people too weak to resist. The hospital was full of perfect victims, isolated for weeks from the outside world, completely helpless. And when they returned, they were different, almost normal. But the moment they heard a certain phrase, something dark awoke in their minds, and they transformed into servants of Baphomet, ready to lie, betray, and even kill. The Labyrinth of Mind was preparing to infiltrate all the elite circles of Mendev, but Baron Falron stopped them. He was too loyal to his oath and too resistant to their spells. He fought for his freedom until the strain broke his heart. We opened and cleared the city of Baphomet's pit of vipers. Their den was a cradle of sin and filth. They cast spells on each other, and their loathsome fantasies stepped real from their minds into the world. They dreamt of horrible and forbidden things, and they fought like mad. We burned the place to the ground and slaughtered everyone we could. But the leaders of the cult were able to flee, and they were set upon revenge. They abducted my daughter, Alari, who served under my command in the Pathfinder Society. They left me a note full of tart insults, mockery, and sneers. From the note, I learned the name of my enemy, the Spinner of Nightmares. A few months later, I confirmed that she was the leader of the Labyrinth of the Mind. My hunt had begun. I would get Laurie back at any cost. Hilar grits his teeth with bulldog determination. See, I want to know more about you. What exactly you're interested in? I'm a common Pathfinder. There are many others like me. Fate and my order brought me to this land. How did you end up here? I was working on an assignment for the Pathfinder Society, and then a demon worshiper named the Spinner of Nightmares abducted my daughter Lowry. For the past 3 years, I've been trying to save her. During this time, I began a specialist in scouting demon territory. I even planted agents among the cultists. Truth be told, in pursuing the Spinner of Nightmares, I've been acting more on behalf of Queen Galfrey than the Pathfinder Society. It's a long story. Maybe I'll tell you the rest sometime. Hilar frowns grimly. This Spinner of Nightmares is a true spawn of the Abyss. I fought her many times, but I've never been able to seize her by the throat. Tell me about your daughter. Hilar smiles, showing his healthy white teeth. As a girl, Lowry was just an angel. We lost her mother early on. She was left to follow my example, a drifter with little idea how to talk to a 10-year-old girl. But even with such questionable parenting, Lowry managed to grow into a wonderful girl. Brave, smart, beautiful, and entirely unbearable. She always argued with me about everything. That's what daughters do with their dads. When Lowry was 18 and told me she was going to be a Pathfinder, all I said was, all right. I knew there was no use to try to talk her out of it. She was a fine Pathfinder. Hilar's fists clenched with a painful sounding crack. I'll never forgive the Spinner of Nightmares for taking my girl from me. Tell me about the Pathfinder Society. The Pathfinder Society is a global organization that unites opportunists and adventurers of all kind. We explore the world and uncover its secrets, travel, and sometimes face down threats. In times of trouble, the latter becomes our primary focus. We're driven by curiosity and the desire to make the world a better place. And, of course, some seek profit or hunger for glory. But in any case, it's hard work. They might send you anywhere on a mission. Weaklings have little place in the society. It's more for seasoned fighters. There are society lodges in many cities. The closest one is in Nerosian. They're each led by venture captains, lads like me. The Grand Lodge is in Absalom, the center of the world. The the Decimivirate sits there, the anonymous council of our leaders. I have no more questions. I need brave and experienced fighters. You can rely on my lads, but you have to pay them. 72,000 is their standard rate. This is how you can make your own characters. So you can run around with the squad all your own, but it is 72 grand for each character. So you can do it. It's just very cost prohibitive. That amount is unacceptable. I'm sorry, but the Society has established universal rates to avoid competition between Pathfinders of different countries. My companions and I need good training. I will get the great Mentor from Absalom. For the first few times, he'll train your fighters free of charge. So we don't need to do that. So you can go in and you can, oh, I did wrong. I didn't mean to get this feat or whatever, and you can change it. All right. So we've talked to everybody. Talked to Aruelashea about her dreams. All right. Let's head back out. We'll go to the bar. Maybe she's in the bar. She might not be in the bar, but she might be in the bar. And the bar is close, as opposed to running all the way back to the temple, where she normally is. There she is. Aruelashea is observing the tavern visitors inquisitively from the table in the farthest corner. Mortals, I still have so much to learn from them. I asked some of the city's people about your dreams. Is this enough for you? Yes, you can't even imagine how many new dreams I have in there now. Let's go. I want to show you everything I've got. The succubus once again takes you by the hand to bring you into the dream realm. Arueleashea's dream is no longer empty. You arrive to discover an avalanche of voices, scents, and images. The smell of Anevia's fresh bread intertwines with the stench of the Templar's fresh blood from her wife's dream. The bells and harp strings produce the sweet melodies the one-eyed devil wished for. The storyteller's luxurious bed makes your eyelids heavy, and a trimmed lawn on which stands the which on it which and the trimmed lawn on which it stands would have filled Areno's heart with utter joy. Man, I don't know why that was so hard to read. Do you see how many different things are in here? Now I too can make reading. Now I too can dream like any mortal. Congratulations! I'm genuinely happy for you. Thank Desna, and thank you for your help. I would have never collected all these dreams without you. Would you like to take a closer look? Feel free to explore my dreams, and do tell me if they look like the things mortals dream about. Maybe you'll give me some hints on how to make them better. Alright, let's see if this mine's changed any. Nope. The carriage is full of sparkling adamantine ore. We are alive! Praise the gods! Once again, we are alive! Whoever killed these Templars, they did it cleanly and without unnecessary violence. The demonic insects are still screeching their delirious hymn to the abyss. Larry! The magic weapon was enchanted to eradicate demons. Equipped with this, your soldiers would have carved through the enemy ranks like a hot knife through butter. The rejuvenation potion glitters like a tiny sun trapped in a bottle. Amber-colored liquid of bewildering aroma is dripping steadily from the pipe of the pot still. The freshly baked bread gives off a breathtakingly savory smell. The musical instruments look like they are ready to start playing by themselves. We'll save Lowry for last. The pavement is not merely swept clean, it is thoroughly washed with soap. The lawn is trimmed so neatly that not a single blade of grass sticks out. This soft bed is tempting. As tempting you to have a little rest.
March
Oh my
on.
gosh. I think I did that one already. Yep, musical instruments. Ravenous Crater Shadow. Lowry, let's talk to the Ravenous Crater Shadow. Aruelashea, my venomous butterfly. Wait, be careful, Sir Joseph. Where are you, my darling? We used to be happy as canopies of stars. Leave me alone! Go away! Let me have a taste of your sweet venom once more. I want to talk to Lowry. You open your eyes to find Aruelashea looking at you wide-eyed. The demon is breathing heavily. Droplets of sweat glitter on her pale face. She does not notice right away that she is squeezing your palm with her delicate, burning fingers. But when she does, she turns red and jerks her hand away instantly. I'm sorry you weren't supposed to see that. I didn't want you to. I didn't even want to see that myself. Who was that? An old friend from days long, long gone. That shadow, I wanted to erase him from my memory once and for all. That nickname he gave me, Venomous Butterfly, was the last thing I ever wanted to hear again. I tried to forget about all of that, and I almost succeeded. But now he's haunting my newfound dreams. Why? Everything was going so well. Aruelashea shakes her head. This must be what mortals call nightmares, right? I guess this is another confirmation that I'm now fully exploring the dream world. But will I be brave enough to enter it again, knowing he's waiting there for me? There are so many things I still have to learn. Mortals usually find ways to deal with their nightmares, and so will I. Thank you for your help, and I'm sorry you had to watch that awful spectacle unfold. The succubus gets to her feet. Now please excuse me. I need some time alone to think about everything I've just seen. She's gone! Well, I wanted to talk to the little girl. Oh well. Back to land and then outside, hopefully. Get a little bit of exploring done. All right, heading out to talk to Lann about his mom yet again. And then we can head outside, see if we can move any of our armies around. Ah, there's Windwalk hiding. What brings you here? Your mom gave me this. She's never forgotten you. She is very sorry. Lann takes the arrow carefully and examines it. This is my toy. From when I was a kid. It's... Suddenly he breaks the arrow with his clawed hand and flings it behind his back. Ah, doesn't matter. Not anymore. She made her choice, and my dad let her. I don't want to blame her. I have no right to. Lann catches his breath and smiles with the human half of his mouth. Sorry, I must have woken up on the wrong side of the bed today. Sitting around Dresden for too long is bad for me. I start getting irritated by the smallest things. I'm always in the best mood when I'm killing demons in the wound. Don't tell her I throw away the arrow. Please tell her I didn't. And please tell her I don't want to see her. It will be better for everyone that way. Ah. All right. Back to the mom. Well, I didn't want to spend most of this deal running back and forth, but the quests are making me do that. So blame the game, not me. I'm merely the messenger. This is a soap opera of stuff with Lann here. But we'll get through it, I suppose. We'll get back outside Dresden eventually. Well, I don't want to tell her that. No. I'm not going to tell her that. Lann didn't want me to tell her that. I don't want to tell her that. Let's go outside. We're going to go outside and play. Get some sunshine. Or, some blood rain, whatever happens first. Yeah. Don't tell her I threw away the arrow. That's what he said right there. All right. Out we go. Yay! We made it out of Sir Dresden. All right. Armies are not moving, so let's go to us. Where do we want to go? Let's see. Nothing new over here. I've done it. Oh, there's a path over here. Off we go. Hey, we missed paths. It's a shame the Bell of Mercy would burn me if I touched it, but I feel drawn to it like a moth to a dame. Or is it a flame? What's the expression? Moth to a dame. Where do all these things come from? Was Desna just clearing out some old junk from Elysium one day and thought, we'd like it? All right, Abyssal Corruption is low. That's good. Let's see what we got here. All right, Priestess Ray, immersed in meditation, have received signs from the goddess. The message was mysterious and unclear, but the priests agree on one thing. The time of the faultless daybreak has passed. The advocates of peace among them claim that it's the hour of the triumphant noontide, yet belligerents believe it is a sanguineous sundown. All right, let's see what do we got here. This is the intermediate step, +3 shield, light shield, or +3 light shield. Well, what's the difference here? Intermediate step. This is the final deal. Let's see. Whenever every enemy must float over 20, be blinded for D4, and suffer positive. Wow, that's pretty nice, actually. But let's. The goddess is merciful. In her dominion, she brings life, hope, and enlightenment to her warriors. The sun dominates the world, and the victory is inevitable. All right, let's go to our armies. Oh, crud, I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Whoopsie. All right, this could be bad. Let's see, summon elementals. Bolt of Justice. Well, let's Bolt of Justice the bejeebers out of this demon. It's not a demon unit, it's a Glavasaru. What? How is that not a demon? It looks super demon-y to me. Well, I guess it's Scorching Ray time. Nice hit. Oh, wow. Teleports. Holy crap! My wizards! There we go. Wow, that was brutal. Hammered my wizards. The mines where dwarves would mine priceless crystals is now abandoned. A group of demons had made their lair to defend the territory from the Crusaders, but to no effect. 10 material daily. That's nice. Alright, let's go ahead and finish off this. Then we can head back and recruit some dudes. Cultist mages, fire elementals, and brimmerocks. This is going a lot faster than the other did. That was nice and quick. I liked it. It was good. They all need to go that way. Alright, have I dealt with all their armies? Nope, there's still an army up that way. That's the level 4 army, so now I see another level 8 army, but we're not going to go that way. We're going to head back to Dresden. Wow, it's a long trip. And where's the other army at? Where'd he go? There it is. Alright, so they're going to stay there because we're not going to tangle with this level 7 demon army. Alright. Continue. Alright, so now back to the army. I didn't have a 6th place, I think, if I remember correctly. There's the demon army. We'll just let it come to us. Can't believe I missed that. That was annoying. Then we'll teleport back to Dresden. Probably take a nap. It must be so lovely, so serene to live under Perula's protection with such a clear mission. But was there happiness in the Stargazer's refuge? Happiness is complicated, friend. The Stargazers were waging their own war against the demons for so many years, never giving up on each other, never surrendering. You don't know if they'd have been happier if they had thrown in the towel and lived for 100 years in peaceful lands, knowing their country lay in ruins, and they had done nothing to help. I like it gives you plenty of time to read. A little bit more, a little bit extra time. Nope, didn't build up the corruption that bad. Or not at that corruption level 1, so that's the important part. Let's see here. Oh, nope, can't move him yet. Oh, got a new thing here. Collared Crusaders. A Chilaxian lord with an escort of battle slaves wishes to join the crusade, but many Crusaders loathe slavery. They're asking the commander to free the thralls and banish the outlander. Let's see, we could buy and free the slaves. I don't really want battle slaves. There's 4 of them. 4 battle slaves. That's free the slaves by force. No, we don't want to do that either. Let's go ahead and buy and free the slaves. The freed slaves went to Mendev in search of a new home. The soldiers were inspired by the commander's generosity. I got nothing going on? How did I not notice that? Phylactery of Stivinus the Rotten. Outpost into a bastion. See, that takes 40 of those. That's a lot. You get some more Monodic Divas. I think I can do that. Development in the art of war. Those who do not seek to know their enemy and fail to forge new paths to victory will inevitably fall. Secret of success lies in the officer's steadfast focus on strategy. Okay. Issue that decree. Get the Royal Parade. We'll increase income for 30 days. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the Royal Parade. There we go. Well, that was kind of terrible. Fight! Flies and
Please, allow me.
spiders.
I will defend my dream.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Another spider. A dead fly.
Mind over muscle.
You won't survive me. Did you see that?
All right, and there's the exit. Not a ton of XP because it's just spiders and flies, but hey, it's spiders and flies. Alright, so we're going to get our archers. Let's see, we can get 22 rogues, 17 barbarians, 16 inquisitors. Let's hire the inquisitors. Well, that was terrible. That was horrific. What a waste of time. I thought there might have been something there. Well, let's go rest in Dresden. Commander, please forgive me for this sudden visit. Nevia sent a messenger for me asking to come immediately. There she is. Greetings, Commander. Revered Cleric. A muscular, black-skinned man wearing Hell Knight's armor is walking next to Anivia. Despite the difference in height, he is obviously nervous around the delicate woman. Looking around and biting his lip. Allow me to introduce Hell Knight, Ambassador of the Order of the Nail, Trevor Vayanek. The knight salutes. Greetings on behalf of the Order. Forgive me, I can't stay. Duty calls. I have a pressing errand from headquarters. Yes, it's very urgent. Soziel is silent, his lips pressed together. He doesn't move. He does not breathe. He does not even breathe. Not even to breathe, seemingly. Reading is so hard. The cleric is staring at the visitor. Your name is Trevor Vayanek? That's right. I serve the cause of the Crusade. It must be true. We have to take our guest's word for it. He has no documentation or insignia confirming his identity. What? What are you getting at? Nothing. Nothing at all. Anivia casts a glance at Soziel. The priest's mouth is twisted and his fists are clenched. We're happy to welcome you to Dresden, Trevor Vayanek. Enough! Soziel lunges at his guest, his face distorted with emotion, and you suspect the cleric is about to throw a punch, but his clenched fist remains lowered. Who are you? How dare you call your... I said reading is hard. How dare call yourself by that name? I think that's poorly written. Scoundrel! Who, me? I'm not a scoundrel. People are always bad-mouthing us. There's a saying, the credit won by a lie only lasts until the truth comes out. Trevor Vayanek is a proud knight. I won't put up with this slander. Soziel, is this Trevor? Of course not. But, how does he know that name? And why are you wearing the black armor? And why do these words? The cleric's voice drops to a whisper, and you don't hear the end of that phrase. So you're an imposter? Me? No, it's not true. I swear. Anivia, who is this? A great question. I have no idea. My guys clocked him when he was trying to threaten a merchant with his so-called order and get a horse for free. Then he gave me a familiar name, so I decided to organize a face-to-face for long-lost brothers. You knew it wasn't Trevor right from the off? You saw Trevor when he served in Canabaris. Of course. but I hoped that meeting you would make him drop his pretense and crack. Throw him in prison. Nevia takes the imposter away. He follows her unshackled. Soziel watches them leave. His fists unclench. He drops his shoulders. What the? Where did he come from? And did you hear what he said about truths and lies? The priest frowns. The credit won by a lie only lasts until the truth comes out. This is what they say in Andorian. Trevor used to say it often. Of course, one proverb doesn't prove anything, but I feel like that imposter knows my brother. Oh, Shilian, what's going on? Commander, please, we have to interrogate him. After, I take a nap. Take a nap, otherwise we'll forget.
It brings me much sorrow to see such a gifted and, I suppose, worthy person as yourself give so little thought to his deeds and life, Darren. It is such a waste.
You spend too much time thinking about life, whereas I'm busy living it.
Yep. More stuff. Captain Odin. Commander, we've managed to defeat Korra Mazda's host. The remnants of his army have retreated to lick their wounds, and we must use this opportunity to go on the offensive. But right now, our army is not fully prepared to begin such an expansion. The further we advance into enemy territory, the more we'll need a strong and mobile cavalry. I propose we replenish our forces with light cavalrymen. Mendev could offer us plenty. There are many lone paladins in Golorian, like me, who travel and help the needy. Shall we call them to our aid? Cavalry is a crucial element of any army, one that's difficult to replace. Mendevian knights often sacrifice their defense in favor of offensive power, and it is time to put an end to this wastefulness. All riders must be encased in heavy cuirassier armor so as to avoid unnecessary losses. In my long and productive life, I've taken assignments involving knights, nomads, and other targets who enjoy prancing about on horse. And let me tell you, the hardest of those were hedge knights. They were true dogs of war who don't have a homeland. But what they do have is experience and a sharp blade. If you need cavalry, I say they're your guys. Greybor, you're not a soldier. What are you doing here? Greybor puffs his pipe and after a short pause says with dignity, True, I'm not a soldier. However, I have a better understanding of killing than most. Besides, the fact that I'm not a professional soldier means I can offer you a fresh perspective and give you advice that would never occur to a career officer. I want to hear the opinions of my advisors. Sela, what advantages do Paladins offer? The gods have blessed them with strength, protected them against darkness and corruption. They spend their whole lives training and performing great deeds. Destroying evil is what they live for, and it's what they do better than anyone. Mergil, why do you advocate for curacy or whatever the hell those guys are? There's a certain breed of fighter who thinks that the glory they win on the battlefield justifies any amount of risk. They may be acceptable for them, but it is not acceptable for the commanding officers. Wasting cavalry and daring attacks only saps the strength of our own army. We must see to it that all riders are equipped with the best armor, the kind that will provide the highest chance of survival on the battlefield. I would also advise against recruiting any glory seekers or protectors of high ideals to serve as our cavalry for the aforementioned reasons. Captain Odin prims his lips and says forcefully, The riders of Mendev aren't accustomed to fearing for their hides. Your demands, Regil, may lead them to believe you do not trust them, or even worse, suspect them of cowardice. Greybor, what makes hedge knights so good in a battle? I once had a contract to kill a highborn baron. A famed warrior never went anywhere without an escort, so I prepared an ambush for his entourage on the forest road in the dark. The screams of that baron when he and his horse fell into a spiked pit, and above him there was a slaughter going on. I showed myself, split open the head of the nearest guard, and darted into the bushes. They followed, right into my traps. Crossbows, wooden stakes sticking out of the ground, and all sorts of things. Arrows flying about, everyone shouting. They made such a racket they scared themselves. They thought they'd been hit by a whole gang of assailants. In any case, the knights who served the Baron because of their oaths got the jitters and bolted, even his kin. But the 2 hedge knights he hired were like wild beasts. They were worthy opponents indeed. It's simple. They know that if you don't win, you don't get a single coin. Hedge knights are seasoned folk. They've been around. Dangerous, too. They fight for victory and gold, not for honor or glory. They don't care if their tactics are cheap. If they can kill an enemy, they will. I doubt the people you described even have the right to call themselves knights. I'm not keen on fighting side by side with someone who sees a crusade as a chance to make a fortune. Captain Odin, what are the benefits of light cavalry? Light cavalry may be inferior to knights as far as equipment quality goes, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Firstly, the lightness of the armor gives them maneuverability. And second, many noble offspring who have battle skills and a fast horse but can't afford expensive armor will gladly answer our call, eager to earn glory with their feats. So long as they don't leave the battlefield on those very same fast horses. They're lovers of glory and easy victories. Everything is clear to me now. All right, let's see here. We can have all mounted scouts are promoted to paladins. Let's see. 20 to 27, 18 AC, 97 hit points. Corsairs, 382 hit points. Holy crap. Not as much damage, but oh my god, and a 30 AC. I think I know the way I'm leaning. It's the way I was kind of leaning to begin with. Hedge Knights, 157, 20 AC. Light Cav, 87. You know, I think I'm going to go with these guys. I agree with Regil. They will be excellent tools for crafting our victory. With that, this meeting of the Military Council is adjourned. I will brief the officers on the expected reinforcements immediately and see to it that our available stables are expanded and properly refitted. All right, now that we got through all of that, we are quite a bit, well, not quite a bit, but a bit past our hour mark, so let's go ahead and call it here. Thank you guys for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Hit the like button, subscribe button, leave a comment, tell your friends, all that fun stuff. Till next time, I've been Sir Joseph. You guys have been awesome. Stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you later.